Hey, Jacob, welcome. Good to see you again. Hope you're having a good week, or hope you had a good week and your weekend's off to a good start. And I don't know if it's Jacob or Jakob, so you can tell me if the first pronunciation or second pronunciation if I'm getting that wrong. I apologize. I'm doing good. It was a good productive week at work, and yeah, ready to start my weekend here. Was up early this morning, kind of getting everything ready and doing some testing on some stuff, and yeah, I'm looking forward to my weekend. Oh, great. It's Jacob then. Well, again, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a hot button take when I said it, because there are people out there who are really good at it. When I first started playing the game, I watched videos on it, I read guides on it, I did all sorts of stuff on it, um, and it was it was too many combinations of inputs at the same time for me to try and manage, um, with the spacebar and the mouse wheel and moving the mouse side to side. Um, it just wasn't something that I was easily able to grasp and or comfortable with. So I still stand by the fact that it is a needlessly complicated mechanic in this game. Um, Again, I mean, there's a lot of what some people call needlessly complicated things in this game, but that is just one of them that I have just come to absolutely despise. So, but yeah, it's just been a pain. Hey, Rudi, welcome. Good to see you again. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And your new icon has uh has showed up, I see. Again, thank you very much for the support, Rudi. I appreciate it. Yeah, at some point, Jacob, maybe I'll put my mind back to it. It's just not something I'm interested in right now. Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 23 of our Kingdom Come Deliverance gameplay series. I'm Commander Jarval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. And yeah, Rudi, 6 months does go really fast. This year has flown. So, but again, I thank all of you for being here. Your support is invaluable to me, and I appreciate it. So, admin notes, we made a change to the schedule last week. We are moving the Sunday live stream to start 2 hours earlier in the day so that I will have time to get to either to the game or to watch my NFL team play, as that season has started here in the United States, and we ran into our first conflict between that live stream and a game last week. So the new schedule has been posted on my social media, so feel free to take a second to update that. It'll be at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time here in the United States, which right now is GMT -5. So hope to see all of you there for that tomorrow. I think that's it on the admin note. So on our recap, last week we had finished up by starting the Masquerade Quest, and that's where we're going to jump back in again today, and that's going to lead us into a series of other quests that have to do with Andrew at the Inn at the Glade. But for now, we need to finish up Masquerade, so let's go ahead and jump in here and we'll kind of take stock of where we are. And no, Jacob, I don't anymore. I did when I was a kid. My father was a huge fan. But yeah, haven't had time to, or the inkling really, to devote much time to it here since I've gotten older. But yeah, it was a fun thing to watch when I was a kid. So here in Masquerade, we need to find some objects, basically, and there are 2 different types of each one. The only difference between these is that if you collect all of the optional ones, you're going to get a different set of armor than you do if you collect the normal ones. It's a little bit harder to collect them, but it's not overly hard. And we're going to go after getting all the optional ones. So Raven Feathers, Wolf Fang, and the skin, or the skin of a dog that was killed at night. So the first is going to be Raven Feathers, and that's actually really easy for us to do. And we're going to go right here to the alchemy bench. So we're going to travel out of here and go north across the bridge through Ushitz. And let's make sure we know which way we're going. Yeah. So we're going to go down here. We're going to cross the bridge. continue up through town, straight through town, and take a left. Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
And this should take us into the woods. And shortly we'll end up at the alchemy bench here. So we're going to take a right at the fork and then another right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops. This it? Yeah, okay, so it's right here. There's her house, I can see it. Okay, so let's check her inventory here.
Mother of God, you look like you've been.
I was at the Ujit's Women's Sabbath.
And how did it turn out?
The women were making such a ruckus, the woodcutters took them for witches and burst in on them. They meant to kill them.
Jesus Christ. And how did it end?
I ran off.
And you left them there to their fate?
I couldn't do anything about it.
Couldn't? Don't you have a tongue in your head to explain what was really going on? Don't you have your hands to thwart the woodcutters with? Of course you could have done something. It's just that you didn't. Holy Mother of God, you're my witness I meant no harm. Forgive my sins and have mercy on me in my final hour. And as for you, you'd better go. May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That was from the previous quest that we had several weeks ago.
Good luck then.
So, black feathers are not the ones you want. Raven feathers are what you want, and she's only got one. We need two. So I was hoping that she was going to have two to make this easy. So let's go to Neuhof. And we'll try the herb woman to the west of Neuhof. If I turn around out of here and go straight west into the woods, I think I run into her. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good day to you. What do you need? Good luck then.
Okay, so again, not the black feathers. There's the raven feathers. And we only need one. Whoops. Need to pay for it. Okay, so now we got some raven feathers. Okay, and it's going to update both of them at the same time because raven feathers are black feathers. So now we need to get a hold of some wolf fangs, and those are again pretty easy to get. So we're going to go to Talmberg. See if we get there in time. We might not be here in time. Yep, we're not. So we'll go rest at the inn. I was hoping... Well, actually, we can do this part of
I
it.
feel quite hungry.
So it is nighttime now. So we can hunt a dog at night. Any dog will do. And while it would be more moral of me to hunt a dog at one of the Cuman camps, nobody's got time for that.
Mother of God.
So let's go look around the farms here. Okay, so we have a dog here. Okay, and we need the dog skin. Okay. So now we will head back to the innkeeper. Okay, and I need to go down farther and cross the bridge on my right.
Yeah.
Okay, we will... I think this is a permanent room for me. Yes. So let's see if we have any books. I don't think I can read Sharp as a Knife 3 yet, or the Rule of St. Nicholas 3, so I don't have any books. So we'll just wait until morning. Okay, and the alchemy book completed because of the perk that we have. The Alchemist Dream. So, you notice that I have some stolen items in here, and I forgot to talk about this. During the first part of Masquerade, when you go meet Andrew down in his cellar, he will leave you alone in his cellar. If you turn around and you lockpick the door behind you, there's a room. In that room, the Alchemist Dream is, or Alchemist Dream 3 is on a shelf. And you can take it. It also has a chest that has Adam's family cross in it. This is an item that you can, or will be needed for a quest later. And this allows you to get it for free and not have to trespass and avoid detection when you're doing it. So before you leave his cellar in there, go ahead and steal it. Make sure that you have it. And we're going to need it for the next quest, actually. And Jacob, yes, I have fought against the faint-hearted knight in my personal playthrough. I haven't done it here. I'm not really interested in doing a whole lot of the encounter quests right now. But yes, I absolutely have done it in my personal playthrough. Okay, and now we need to head up to the Huntsman. Okay, so we're going to head out the backside here.
I'm glad to see you.
Okay, and we're going to trade with him. And Huntsman sells wolf fangs. Okay. So now if we look at our quest journal, we should have everything that we need. We do. So we're going to go back and see Andrew. While we're here, he does, Jacob, and that's for what is actually here. We'll drop a save.
Master Huntsman, is there any work for me here?
There's always something that needs doing. You're that Skalitz lad, aren't you? Sir Radzig's lackey.
Sir Radzig is my liege, and I serve him faithfully, but that doesn't make me a lackey.
As you wish. What matters to me is that you're no layabout looking for easy work. I have a job here I can't give to just anyone.
I'm listening.
We've been having terrible problems with poachers lately. In Sir Divish's forests, we've been finding gutted entrails of deer and rabbit nooses all over the place, but no sign of the bastards who put them there.
And you want me to track down the poachers?
Indeed. Whatever you learn will be useful to me.
Do you suspect anyone?
Well, it's hard to say, but seeing how much harm they're causing, I'd say they're no crofters looking for a Sunday roast.
Shouldn't you be dealing with the poachers yourself?
I should, you're quite right. But when I ask the local folk anything, their mouths close up like clams. They're more scared of me than the devil.
Do you think the locals are in on it?
Well, I don't know, maybe. But even if not, they'll never talk to me. They're scared I'll dig some skeleton out of their cupboard. You know, the smaller the village, the bigger the secrets. That's why I need an outsider to ask for me.
I understand. I'll try to find out something about them. Any advice about where to start?
Certainly. Ask around the village. Somebody must have seen or heard something. And it wouldn't hurt to ask in the inn in the glade, the one on the road towards Neuhof. I've heard they serve good venison, and no shortage of it.
That's clear enough. As soon as I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Thanks for your help, lad.
He's not going to become a huntsman in Pribyslavitz. You can ask him.
I'd like to make you an offer. I've been appointed bailiff of Pribyslavitz. We're resettling the place, and I need a huntsman there. What do you say?
Ah, Henry. I'm already Sir Divish's master huntsman. That'd be a step down for me. Sorry, but you'll have to find someone else.
Farewell.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Okay, so that's going to start the quest Hare Hunt. Now, like I said, Masquerade starts you off down a whole line of quests that are kind of like the seedy underbelly quests of the world here. Hare Hunt is the lawful side of those quests, and the unlawful side is Sheep in Wolf's Clothing quest. Those two are mutually exclusive. You can't do them both. Well, I guess technically you can, but you're going to break one of them, or break two more quests down the line if you do them. So you have to really decide whether you want to do Hare Hunt or Sheep in Wolf's Clothing before you gather, or before you get them. If you start Sheep in Wolf's Clothing, you're not going to be able to start Hare Hunt. And you will have no choice except to kill some Tomberg guards later on, or fail them both. If you start Hare Hunt, you can start Sheep in Wolf's Clothing, but you're going to have to fail it at some point. Or then you'll again decide whether or not you want to, which one you want to complete. But if you want to complete Hare Hunt, then you're going to have to fail Sheep in Wolf's Clothing. We're going to come back to those after we finish Masquerade, though. Okay, so now that we have everything, we need to head back to the inn at the glade. And that quest marker above the innkeeper, Jacob, was the tip-off about that quest right there. If you go to him, he'll say that the local huntsman has some issues. He's got one other quest tip-off that we're not going to do right yet, though, as well. Okay, I'm going to go in here and eat from this pot real quick if I can. And Masquerade, we need to see Andrew here.
My respects to you.
Okay, you can ask him about being an innkeeper. He won't do anything. And here, this is the continuation of the Hare Hunt quest. But this is for Masquerade.
I got fucking everything.
Wonderful. Come with me. Take care now.
What's taking them so long? I really don't know.
Ready? Great. Now put it on.
Oh, definitely an improvement. That's good. That's really fucking good.
You don't think it's too much?
It's perfect. If I met you at night, I'd shit myself.
That's exactly what Cumans look like.
Says the man who's never seen one.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what people think Cumans look like.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all.
We're only just getting started.
See, we got the magical Cuman disguise and the magical Cuman mask. Okay, the only difference there is that if you pick the other options, you're just going to get the Cuman mask and the Cuman outfit. They have the exact same stats and everything. Neither one of them serves as a disguise. If you're getting to this point and you haven't gone through the quest to sneak into the Cuman camp, neither one of these will work to do that. But it's just a unique item in the game to get. I'm going to store these because they're, again, of absolutely no use to me. And here is that door. Like I say, we're not trespassing right now. So once he leaves you in here, if you didn't get it already, you can go through this door. The alchemy book is going to sit right here, and the chest is here. You can pick it, and inside that is Adam's family cross. And I think I picked this one too, just for the... Oh, I didn't. We can pick this for the XP. But I don't need to steal anything from him. Okay, and that's going to complete the Masquerade Quest. So let me go drop this armor off in this chest. And we want to get these stolen items out of our inventory as quick as I can. So we're going to go do the quest to complete those. And for that, we need to talk to Andrew. And this is again where things can get a little interesting with the order in which these quests are done. So I'm going to drop a save again. Okay, so see, he's got... Let's first just get this one out of the way.
We're rebuilding Pribyslavitz, and I could use you in the new tavern.
Are you mad? I got the best in the province, and no one to tell me what to do. Why on earth would I change that?
Isn't there any way you could be persuaded?
Not a chance. Find someone else. See you later.
We have someone else in mind for that innkeeper job as well. So here are the three options, and honestly, I know this one is for Hare Hunt. I can't remember which one of these is going to trigger this quest. So I think this one is for sheep and wolf's clothing. But I'm not entirely sure. So that's why I dropped a save here.
Have you heard about anything interesting going on lately?
Just some talk about lost sheep and decent wenches. Probably nothing to interest you.
Of course I care about it. Sheeps and wenches are my thing. Where do I find them?
That's over and done with. They ran away into the forest.
The wenches?
The sheep.
Well, we'd better get back to work.
I don't really have anything specific right now, but I did hear about something interesting from one of your neighbors.
Who?
I don't know his name, but it was about as old as you. He said his family owned the Skalitz Tavern.
Young Adam, then. And the interesting part?
He decided he wanted to go back home, see the damage and so on. And someone looted it right in front of his nose.
I know. I've met those scavengers before. It's not that interesting, just sad, really.
Well, it certainly isn't Christian. But the thing is, they were hiding money in that cellar of theirs.
I wouldn't count on it. The looters probably spent all of it by now if he crawled into the right tavern. And anyway, I'm sure they didn't exactly have the royal treasure hidden there.
This Adam said it was enough to fix a whole cottage, or to go exploring the world.
Alright, but it still seems shady. And you haven't really given me much to go on.
Maybe, but I don't have anything better. Why don't you find him, and ask him, and see where it leads you?
And did he say where he was going?
He said he's going to Rattay, that he has some arrangements there.
It won't be easy to find him. Rattay's a little overcrowded nowadays.
Then you'll have to ask someone, won't you? Bloody hell. Do you want me to hold your hand while you do it?
I'll be on my way then.
Go. Go. And ask him when you see him. Maybe you'll think of something.
And this is the quest that we're looking for, which is the Besmirched Quest. Okay, so we need to find Andrew, or we need to find Adam in Rattay. Actually, let's not go there. Let's go here. So we're going to head to Rattay and we're going to ask around about him. I'm pretty sure I already know where he is. Okay, so we're going to go to the lower city, not the castle. And we want to find a beggar. No beggars down here. There's normally always a beggar down there at that end of the street. There are no beggars at all. Still none. This is rather strange.
Well,
Yep, not a single beggar anywhere in town.
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
Fruits, apples,
Yeah. Interesting. Nope. This is weird. I wonder... It is still raining. Or is it? Yeah, it's still raining. I wonder if that has something to do with it. Like I say, I don't need to... I'm pretty sure I know where he is. But this is weird. I've never been here when there are no beggars at all. Yeah, there are just none out here. Hoping it stops raining. Maybe that's why they're not here for some reason. I don't know. And is it ever going to stop raining?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Not a single beggar anywhere in town. So we'll try one more time. If I don't find him here, I'm just... Yeah, I'm through messing with it. I have no idea why that is. Frankly, don't care. Because Adam is right here.
God be with you.
You went to Skalitz on your own, didn't you? That took guts.
Not really. It took me a while before I could work up the courage.
That was sensible of you. I went back straight away, and I almost got killed.
I know. I heard. That's part of the reason I was so nervous.
And how did it go? Did you do everything you wanted?
There wasn't anything to do. Someone already did it before me. I wasn't even able to catch that thieving bastard.
What thief?
Some shady-looking character. Whole face smeared with soot. He shot out of the basement as soon as I went by and ran away with his loot. I got such a scare. I didn't think about running after him, and he stole absolutely everything, even our new kettle.
What did he look like?
I didn't get a good look at him. He was covered in soot, and his sack of loot was so full, he had the kettle tied to it on the outside. It was gleaming.
A sooty man, a big sack, and a new kettle. Of course, he could clean himself up and throw away the sack. Maybe it was a devil. Or a charcoal burner.
You know, it really could have been a charcoal burner. That sack definitely looked like a charcoal burner's sack, and there are a lot of those around Rovna, so he wouldn't have far to go.
What was it he took from your place?
I don't know. My father told me never to talk about it.
What harm is there in telling me now? I can't steal it. Someone got there before me.
That's true. My father hid some money and valuables there. There was a jeweled cross he wanted to give Bianca as a dowry.
What did the cross look like?
Why do you ask?
Well, if I saw it somewhere...
What? You want to look for it?
Well, like I said, if I see it or hear something about it, we'll see.
That would be so kind. I've nothing left. If I had that cross, at least I'd have something to remember them all by. The cross itself was silver, and it had a small red ruby in the middle, like a heart. And it was hanging on a red string.
Wait a moment. It isn't this one, is it?
That's it! Where did you find it, Hal?
I'm not even sure. I just got it from somewhere.
Of course. Of course. I'd love to give you something in exchange, but I don't have anything.
That's all right. It belongs to you. I don't want it.
Henry, you're a real saint. I'll be forever grateful to you.
We were neighbours. We are neighbours, and we have to help one another. If we don't, who will?
God bless you, Hal. Really.
See you later.
Okay, so that, if you have the cross on you, that is the outcome to it. If you don't have the cross on you, that's fine. If you have it in your stash, you'll get to that point and you'll have to go look for it. Okay. Now, Besmirched is not done yet. We need to find his valuables. Okay. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is go back to the inn at the Glade and ask Andrew a couple of questions. And again, I'm going to save here. And this is just because these dialogue options are going to be slightly different than my personal playthrough.
Good health to you.
I found Adam and asked him about his stolen stuff.
And did you find out anything useful?
You could say that. It was a man covered in soot who stole a new kettle and a silver cross.
No one tried to sell me a kettle, but that cross had a red stone and string, right?
How did you know? Don't tell me you're a fortune teller.
Of course not. Someone offered to sell it to me, but the whole thing seemed shady, so I told him I didn't want it.
So what did he say?
I'd like a beer.
Nothing. He wanted something to eat and drink, and then left.
And that's it?
Yes. If he cursed me, then he did it under his breath.
And do you have any idea who it was?
I don't know his name. Just said he's a charcoal burner. He's from Rovna, and only shows up here occasionally.
So we have a persuasion option here.
So a complete stranger just happens to wander in here and offers to sell you a stolen cross? Come on. You definitely know who it was.
I have got a reputation for being reliable and being able to arrange certain things.
Yes, that's what Fritz said. Andrew's the man to go to if you need anything tricky arranging. So surely you know what the charcoal burner's name is, right?
Well,
Here we are.
I don't know everything. Just that the charcoal burner is called Tonchek, and he's from Rovno. But as for where exactly, I can't help you. I never went there, and I didn't ask.
All right, I'll look into it.
Good luck.
Okay, now we know that he's not being entirely truthful there because we stole that cross out of his chest in his basement. So now if we look at our quest options here, we need to find the charcoal burner. Okay, and that charcoal burner is way up in Rovna, so let's go up to Pribyslavitz. Actually, let's not. We're going to take a side detour because we're going to go to do the Rattay tournament tomorrow. So let's head back down to Rattay. We'll sleep the night, we'll finish the tournament in the morning, and then we'll head up to Rovna.
I've got something for you. I hope you won't need them, but just in case.
Thank you. I've got something that needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
All right. I can't have you walking around.
Okay, so let's head to sleep for the night. And I'm collecting a bunch of bandages that we do not need. Okay, so let's sleep through the night. We'll wake up in the morning. And we will head up to the Rattay Tourney. Might as well do these as often as we can here and complete the Lord of Lipa set. After that, I probably won't do any more on stream. But this will give you an idea about what that whole set looks like once we've got it.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Way ahead of you, Henry. Okay, so let's head up. To the upper gate. Then we'll turn around and come back.
In which the bravest men in the whole province match their strength and skill. A tournament that never lacks in suspense, excitement.
God bless you. What troubles you?
I'd like to enroll in the big tournament.
All right. As long as you've got the enrollment stake, Sir Hanish's rule is every contestant has to put up 60 groschen.
Of course. Here you are.
I'll write your name down. Henry, you said. And I need to know what weapon you choose.
Short sword and shield, definitely.
Good. Get yourself ready. You're next in line. Farewell.
Meeting face to face in this round will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay Kubla. And he will face Zdeněk, apprentice to the Rattay scribe. Welcome, our warriors. And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
All right. Head cracker, I love that perk. And he bled out.
Henry of Skalitz. The
Long
second
swords
bout
next.
Will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. We will witness a duel with long swords.
Look it out! Lost your wind? I'm...
Easy enough.
Round, and shall proceed to the next round. Meeting face to face in this round will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Rattay and his adversary will be Stephen of Deliverance, spearman in the company of Rattay. Welcome, our warriors. All is prepared for the first duel. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
Peace! Gone.
Head cracker again.
Peace!
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The head cracker perk is so good.
Henry of Skalitz.
Especially when you're using a weapon that has a stabbing animation.
Change weapons.
Hunting
for the
swords.
second bout. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
Now, hunting swords have a lot quicker animation, so they're a lot harder for me to time. Yeah, I was late on that one. I just barely got that
Go ahead
dodge
and
off.
gather your strength. You'll need it. Bollocks! God!
There's Headcracker.
Henry of Skalitz! Having proved his combat skills in this round and emerged victorious, he shall proceed to the next round of the Rattay Tourney. The first combatant will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay who will measure his skills against Cuman, man-at-arms of Sir Hanush of Leipa. Welcome, our warriors! And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
Peace. Shit.
Even against the highest level opponents,
Quitting.
Headcracker takes half their health off. That's why short sword and shield, or hunting sword and shield, are so valuable if you have the Headcracker perk. It makes short work of these fights, just like that. 2 Headcracker procs and it's over. And
The
longswords.
second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Bollocks!
With longswords, the animation knocks them back a lot farther, so it's harder to get that follow-up thrust with longswords, unless you backed them into a corner or up against a wall.
Give up?
Yeah, see how far the animation knocks him back?
We have a victor in the second duel. He is Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Rattay Tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sir Hanush of Leipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Rattay Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sir Hanush.
Okay, so let's collect our next piece here. And then we'll head out up to Rovna again.
Here, Henry. Your prize.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You've earned it. Take care now.
Okay, and that got us the helmet. Okay, so now where are we heading here. You can see where there are 2 camps up here. Let's fast travel to Rovna. We may actually have to fast travel up to Pribyslavitz, because it's going to be after dark when we get there. Okay, so let's just travel up to Pribyslavitz. And we'll spend the night up here, just getting stopped by everybody on this road.
Yeah.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Let's go up. While we're here, we will check our chest and see how many Savior Schnapps we have. And we can put the Lord of Lipa helmet away, and we have 7. So let's grab 2 more. Or 3 more. Okay, and we'll wake up in the morning and we'll head down there and we'll check these camps. Okay. Let's make sure we have all of our gear on here. But we don't have the Borbag shield on. Do we have the sinew bow equipped? We do. Okay, and let's go get some food. Okay, so the camp is right down the road. So I'm going to see if I can actually cross-country this. See if I can go southwest right out of here. I've never tried this before. Just to come out the gate here and head southwest along the river. Looks like I probably can. So you're going to get a save when you approach here, and the 2 camps, you want to go, if you're trying to maximize your money, you don't have to do this. You want to go to the northern camp first. We've already talked to Andrew and we got the name Tonchek. There are 2 charcoal burners here, and both of them we can ask about the name Tonchek from. But this one here...
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Don't ask him about Tonchek.
Have you been to Skalitz lately?
Skalitz? I thought that place burned down to the ground. What would I be doing there?
Someone there saw a charcoal burner rooting through the burned-out buildings.
Well, if you know who it was, then why have you come to me?
I don't know who it was, just that it was a charcoal burner.
And how do you know that? Because he was grubby from ash in the middle of a town full of ash?
No, because he had a charcoal burner's sack.
And that's your evidence? Anyone can get that. There's plenty lying around a forge, and there's a lot of people wandering around there.
So here we're going to intimidate him.
Trying to throw the blame on someone else, are you? Forget it. You're going to get what's coming to you, you thieving bastard.
No, I don't know who did it, but it wasn't me. I'm innocent, I swear.
If you only stop lying. I can see it in your eyes. You did something, and I'll get it out of you.
Please, no, I didn't do anything. I just found it. It must have fallen from someone else's sack, but I wasn't in Skalitz and I didn't loot anything.
A likely story. Though, if you had a sudden attack of conscience and gave it to me, I might just believe you didn't do anything wrong.
Here it is. Everything I have. Take it and leave me be. I didn't do anything wrong. May the Lord watch over you.
Okay, and he'll give you a ring. Okay. If you ask him about Tonchek, he won't give you that ring. And Boria, you're not going to be able to talk to. So now we still need to find out about Tonchek. And that means we cross the river. And we go over here to the other charcoal burner. Now this one, there's a dialogue choice to accuse him of stealing, but he won't give you anything in return if you do it. So we're going to ask him about Tonchek.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Are you the charcoal burner named Tonchek?
I'm not. Why'd you ask?
I heard he could help me get something, so I wanted to find him.
If you want, I can get you a bag of charcoal, but that's about it.
I'm really not interested in charcoal. Where can I find Tonchek?
He's got a cottage up there in the woods, but he comes down here to work. Good luck to you.
Okay, and now that's going to open up the marker of where it is. If you don't ask about Tonchek, it's not going to narrow this down. And you'll have to search around, but that right there is his hut. Now before you go talk to him, over here is that kettle.
A completely new kettle? Could it be the one stolen from Skalitz?
Okay, and then you can talk to him. He's just labeled as charcoal burner.
God save you. What can I do for you?
And you want to ask about the kettle.
Ah, you got a nice new kettle.
Yeah, it cost me a groschen or two.
Like hell it did. That cost you nothing but a bit of sneaking around.
What are you trying to say?
You robbed a man's home in Skalitz. He saw you. And they'll hang you for that.
All right. Fuck. Yes, I took it. It didn't belong to anyone anymore, so what did it matter?
It did belong to someone, charcoal burner. It belonged to a boy who came back to look for his dead family's savings and didn't find anything. So?
I'm sorry about that. Take it then and give it to him. I hid it behind the cottage in the rotting tree.
I'll forgive you this time. But God save you if you try anything like this ever again.
Good luck to you.
Okay, so now if we look, there's a B marker in front of us to the north. That's where the loot is. If you don't ask him about the kettle, he's not going to tell you where the loot is, and you have to find it yourself. Now, you can get Mutt to use the seek command and help you find it, but it's not all that easy. There's not a lot of clues there. You can also fight him to and loot it from him afterwards. But here you can see there's now an option for open, and there's the charcoal burner's loot. Okay, so now we have two options here. We can either return the loot to Andrew, or we can return it to Adam, and we are definitely going to return it to Adam. I think I'm getting ambushed. Okay, so again, into the lower city. And he'll be out behind the tavern. Yep, there he is.
I'm glad to see you.
Guess who I ran into? A man covered in ash and in possession of a new kettle.
Truly? And how did it go?
I got something out of him. I think he might have spent some on booze.
It's not all of it, but that doesn't matter. I'm grateful for even this much. What do I owe you?
Now you can ask for a little something and he'll give you 450 groschen, but I don't need it.
No, I don't want anything. I'm glad to do a favor for a neighbor.
That's so generous of you, Henry. I'm very grateful. If you ever need anything,
I'll remember it.
Goodbye.
And that is now going to open up the option where when we talk to him...
Adam, listen. You're a friendly fella, and you know a thing or two about the tavern trade. How would you like to be my innkeeper?
What? Me? Innkeeper?
I've got a tavern in Pribyslavitz. Sir Divish put me in charge of building new homes there, but who wants to live in a village without an alehouse? And someone's got to run it.
Well, Henry, I've always wanted to save a bit of coin and open my own tavern. To continue the family tradition, like Pa and Bianca. And now you come to me with this offer.
I know. That's exactly why I came to you.
Thank you. And you can count on me to keep the place full to bursting.
Goodbye.
And that's going to get you Innkeeper Adam. And that's going to be another skilled laborer for Pribyslavitz to increase your daily income from the town. So now we have Hare Hunt that is continuing. We're going to put that on hold for a second. And we're going to go to Ledechko. Okay, and we're going to talk to the innkeeper here. There he is.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
First, let's get a permanent
Is there somewhere I could
sleeping
sleep
spot here.
Certainly. For how long?
How about if I pay?
No problem.
Here you go.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
Okay, now we're going to ask him what's happening.
What's happening around here?
Ah, you know how it is. Always something. Now I think of it. I've not seen Kunhuta here for some time. The local herbwoman. She always comes here once a week for a tankard of ale. But she ain't turned up recently. I hope nothing's happened to her. And by the way, especially at the mill, not a week goes by without some ruckus there. But I'm wise to them troublemakers. Whenever they're planning some mischief, they're always huddled there in the corner, hatching their plots. Like yesterday, for instance. God be with you.
Okay, so we got another permanent home here. While I'm here, I'm gonna go looking around real quick. I know where I can get some if I don't find them in here. I want to look for some poppies. Poppies are normally not that hard to find out here in the fields. The rain makes it a little harder. But you're just looking for red flowers on the ground. Those are marigolds. Marigolds. Here we go. We want to gather some poppies. Got 30, more than enough. I think we only need 10. Okay, and we're going to go up here where this marker is, and it says Quest Giver. Okay, that's the tip-off that we got from the innkeeper at Ledechko. And this is the other one that we got a little bit ago. The tip-off, the second tip-off that he gave us. So let's head straight north until we hit the road.
Yeah.
Then we'll take it east. Did I already pass it? Yeah, that was weird. Like, I shouldn't be this far north. Must have just skipped over the road. Okay, yeah, here it is. And there she is down there. And we'll get close and unlock the alchemy bench.
My humble greetings. How may I help you?
Is there anything I can do for you?
As it happens, there is. Drahomira, a widow from Ledechko, requested my services. But it's a long way on foot, and me with my back in such dreadful pain. I simply can't face the journey.
All the way from Ledechko? What, they don't have a herbalist there?
They do, but she didn't want a local. She's a rich widow, inherited a butcher's shop. You know how folks like to gossip, especially about anyone who's better off than them. Do you know anything at all about exorcisms?
Exorcisms?
You know, banishing ghosts, smudging, spells.
A haunted butcher shop? All in a day's work for me.
It's not a task to be undertaken lightly. This is a real ghost, the spirit of a dead man who hasn't found peace. In order to banish him from the world of the living, you'll need to do a few things.
Slit a black cock's neck on the poor soul's grave?
What a despicable thought! No. Do you know what smudging is? You'll need 10 poppies and some flowers from the deceased grave. Once you have all that, bring it to the house that's being haunted. Light it on fire and the smoke will purge the place of any unwanted spirits.
Sounds like fun. I'll help you.
It's no game. It's a very serious matter. Drahomira was terrified, and these aren't forces to be meddled with lightly.
Fine. Is there anything else I should know?
That's a question for Drahomira. You'll find her in her cottage on the very edge of Ledechko. Take care.
Okay, so now I need to... I've already collected the poppies. Now I need to go talk to Drahomira, but if we look at the quest journal here for Restless Spirit, she is at the butcher shop down here. And if you fast travel down here, you end up right next to the butcher shop.
God's blessings.
The herbalist Kunhuta sent me. I'm here because of the ghost.
You don't look like you know a thing about ghosts. Why didn't she come herself? Why did she send someone so young instead? Do you know anything at all about exorcisms?
She was in too much pain to make the journey. But you can trust me. I know what I'm doing.
You'd better. Well, get to work then.
There's a few things I need to know first.
I'd rather you just got on with it. But I don't suppose I've got any choice. So ask.
What exactly's been going on?
It happens at night. Every night now an apparition comes to me and I can't get a wink of sleep. I can't take it anymore.
Whose ghost is it?
His name was Alois and he had a farm not far from Ledechko. A few years ago, his farmhouse burned down with him in it.
I've heard that people who die such horrible deaths seldom rest in peace. Why do you think he chose you of all people?
How am I supposed to know? Maybe because we're neighbours. We grew up together as children.
I suppose that makes sense. Where is Alois buried? For the exorcism, I'll need flowers from his grave.
He's laid to rest in the Sasau cemetery by the wall. His grave is a bit overgrown with vines. I've been there a few times for a visit. The first day he appeared, I prayed at his grave, but it came again just the same.
I know everything I need to know.
Then for God's sake, perform the ritual as soon as possible. May the Lord watch over you.
Okay, so he's now telling us we need to head to the cemetery in Sasau, and this cemetery is the one at St. Martin's Church. The one here. We're not going to go meet with the Crimps. But that quest marker is lined up almost on top of it. Because we need to go around this side, and she said it was up against the wall and it had vines growing on it.
Ah, I found it. Now to pick the flowers. Right, now back to Drahomira so I can get this thing over with.
Okay. And now again with her, and fast travel back to Ledechko. Getting ambushed here.
I'm back with the incense. Can we begin?
Good. Let's go to the cross in the bedroom. Well, what are you waiting for?
I feel a bit out of my depth. This is my first time.
Now you tell me. Well, get started. You've got the flowers, so it has to work.
Well, here goes. Pater noster quiest incarnis sanctificator omen tuum.
Are you sure you're saying that right?
Shh! I mustn't be interrupted. In nominate parties et filiis et spirits etc. Ave Maria gratia plenti dominatrix tecum. I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry. As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. O Lord, may he rest in eternal peace, and may eternal light guide his way. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please God I can finally sleep in peace at night. Come by tomorrow to see if it worked.
Okay, so now we have to wait until tomorrow, and if you don't get out of the way fast enough, she closes you or locks you behind the door. And closes the door in your face. Okay, so now that we're here, it's almost the end of the evening. So let's go back to the inn. And we will wait out today. This is my permanent room. And we'll just sleep through. We're actually going to cancel this because I think she gets up early. And it always takes a while if you cancel the sleeping animation for it to reload things back in for some reason. Not entirely sure why that is, but... Okay, so let's go back up and talk to her.
So, did it work? Is your home free of the ghost?
Oh, you're here, are you? You're lucky I didn't have to get you myself. No, it didn't work. The spirit came just the same as before, and I didn't sleep a wink.
So you're saying I won't get my reward?
You get paid for results, my dear, and I haven't seen any yet. At least now I know that old wives' law doesn't help. Go and see Apothecary Coniash in Rattay. I hear he's familiar with all manner of magic.
Fine. I'll go and see the apothecary. Hopefully we'll come up with something that works.
Okay, there was an option there to offer her a sleeping potion. You can if you want. If you have a lullaby potion, then... And do I have one? Here, I don't. So you'll be able to procure her a lullaby potion, but it won't help. It won't do anything. You need to get to the conclusion of the quest for that. And now we have to head to Rattay, because we need to go see the apothecary.
I'm sick. Please, sir, help me.
What's happened to you?
I've walked all the way from Kuttenberg, but as you can see, I'm barefoot. My feet are frayed to the bone. Don't you have a strip of clean cloth for me, good sir, so I can swathe my feet at least?
Wait, I'll see what I've got.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I seldom meet such a good Samaritan. God shall repay you.
Anytime. Take care now.
So the only ones that I stopped for were these blue ones, to see if there are any traders.
Yeah.
Because there's a few of the maps that you can only get from wandering traders. Not the Minecraft kind, by the way. These are a lot less annoying. Might not be here, or might be too early for the apothecary. It should be coming pretty soon. Jeez, the town is completely deserted. Crazy, there's still no beggars here again at all. And I know we offered a lot of them jobs in Pribyslavitz, but a little crazy. I don't think it's this deserted in my personal playthrough. I'll have to go back and look.
Do you know anything about getting rid of wandering souls?
The Restless dead? I might know a bit about that. It depends who wants to know. I wouldn't want to be accused of heresy.
Oh, come now, Konyash. You helped me once before, so I'd like to ask you for something again.
Fine, you're right, Henry. I won't lie to you. I'm interested in occult teachings and a bit of alchemy. It's far more than just old wives' tales. I truly believe it's a science. So what exactly do you need?
To help a village woman from Ledechko. Her neighbour's ghost has been haunting her. He visits her every night.
You don't say. Now this is interesting. Revenant spectral beings, cursed souls from beyond the grave?
Yes, exactly. Her house is haunted.
To put it vulgarly, my lad, to put it vulgarly. But there are spells that can banish restless souls back to the realm of the beyond.
Now that's what I wanted to hear. And do you know the spells?
Well, I'd like to learn at least one. But the only book I know that contains them has been classified amongst the Libri Prohibiti.
I've no idea what that means.
The spell's written in a forbidden book. A book that's in Latin and kept under lock and key in the monastery. It's called Liber de Mortuis, Necronomiconos. Do you need to know any more?
Do you want me to steal the book?
If you want to get rid of that revenant, you have no other choice. When you bring me that book, we can cast the spell together, since you don't know Latin.
Fine. I'll bring the book.
You'll find it in the monastery library. but it won't be easy to get in. Truth be told, I don't know of anyone who is able to break in and out without getting into big trouble.
I'll try.
Okay, and yes, we are going to have to go break into the monastery. Now, there is an easier way to go about doing this if you're combining this with another set of quests that deal with you enrolling in the monastery, but we are not going to do that. We'll head to the monastery to get there sometime around noon or so, I think. Okay, we're gonna head back to the inn at the Glade. Or to the inn here. Sorry, this isn't the inn at the Glade. And we're just gonna pass the time here, because we need it to be past 11 p.m. at night to have a decent chance of being able to break into the monastery. So I don't think that I have any books. Hey, Em, welcome. Good to see you again. Hope you're having a good morning. And I don't think I have any books that I can read, because I don't think I have enough skill for sharp as a knife 3 or for the Rule of St. Nicholas 3. So let's see. Yep. Don't have that one. And I know I don't have this one. So yeah, can't do anything with these. I need to probably go stock up on some more books. Okay, so we're just going to pass time here. Until after 11 o'clock. And then we'll try and go all sneaky. All right.
Closing time.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to head up here into the monastery, and once you're in here, you're going to head up these stairs here. And you're going to go straight ahead of you to here. Now, I'm going to drop a save before I go in here. And you have to be able to pick hard and very hard locks before you go in here. And I'm just going to get some lockpicking XP while I'm here. Okay, now you're going to take a left. Go into this room. And now you are definitely trespassing. Again, you don't have to unlock these. I'm just doing it to get the lockpicking XP. When you come into this room here, you want to go around the back side. Okay, and treasure map 2 is right here. Now also on this table is a torn page. You do not want to pick that up. And then here we have a hard lockpick. Now I'm going to save this again here. You do not have to do this chest. On the other side of this wall is somebody sleeping, and it's really hard not to wake them up here. I don't want to be fumbling around in this lock here, so I'm going to wait until I get a lock with a good lock picking spot. See if he comes through the door or not. I thought it was that one. Oh, no. It's this one. And there's the key to the forbidden books. Okay, it looks like we got lucky. Okay, because he's sleeping right there. Okay, and then there's a little more lockpicking XP here. Actually, what's my lockpicking? Yeah, so there's a little more here. And here is the library. Okay, and it's this chest, or this cabinet here. And you can see it says unlock because I have the key. I'm going to lockpick it anyway, just for the XP. And now, there are 2 books on this shelf. Here's the Necronomicon. And there's another book, the Avicenna Sufficientia, and you do not want to pick this up. That's for a later quest. Okay. So now you just need to make your way back out. Once you get outside this door, you are safe. Okay, so let's take a look at our skills real quick. I know we got a couple of level ups throughout our combat we were doing. We got a defense level up. So if you beat your opponent in a clinch, you'll damage his weapon 15% more, which is great. It certainly helps. Golem is you get 30% more frightening impression and dialogue. So your intimidation basically goes up by 30%. Either one of these are great. We're going to be getting one more, I think. Yeah, at level 20, so we can get both of these. I'm going to take Weapon Cruncher. I think it's more useful for me. And then we'll take Golem with our last one. So for hunting here, we're going to take Tusks, just because if we run into another quest that needs us to get an item from an animal, this is the last one of them that you'll need to get. This allows you to remove tusks from certain animals. Salty, the raw foods in your inventory won't spoil as fast. We talked about that last time. It's a great perk to have for some of these quests where you're collecting raw food. Steak tartare, you can eat raw meat, is pretty useless in my opinion. So we'll stick with tusks. Now lockpicking here. Master Thief, you can unlock easier locks automatically. Basically what this is going to mean is that hard locks and easy locks and very easy locks are going to unlock automatically. You don't have to do the animation for them at all, which is really nice. Repairman perk is useless in my opinion. You have so many lockpicks in this game that having them returned to your inventory if you break them is pointless. Sixth Sense actually doesn't proc very often in my playthroughs. It sounds like it's a great perk. I just don't see it happen that often to make it worth taking. Lucky Thief can be situationally useful, but again, I don't think if you're any good at picking locks that this is something that you need to waste a point on. So I'm definitely going to take Master Thief though. And then pickpocketing. So hidden pockets is always good. Secret pockets is fairly useless. Friendly neighbors, they won't call guards on you, which is really, really nice, especially when we're going to run into something here possibly in a little bit. Okay, so now we need to just pass through the night, so we're going to head out of here. Head back to the inn. And it's always harder to find this at night. Okay, so in our inventory we should have treasure map 2 now. We do. And we'll look at all of these a little bit later on. I do want to read this so I can get rid of the reading icon on it. And the Necronomicon. You can look at it. It's got some pretty cool pictures and that sort of stuff in it, but we can't do anything other than just read it. Okay, so we're going to go drop off treasure map 2. And the Queen of Sheba sword we don't need. We're going to drop that off too. And the poppies we don't need. We already used them. Okay, and I think that's it. So we're just going to wake up in the morning, go back to Rattay, and talk to the apothecary. Okay, let's head down, grab some food. Okay, can't eat from that one. And let's head back to Rattay. Get us there maybe about 11. Let's scout this one as well. This one might be the bandit guy. Certainly looks like a bandit guy. He's got a halberd in his hand.
What are you after here, you fucker?
Yep.
I can see you're not from around here.
Yeah. You spilt it.
Okay, so we'll let the combat run out here. Continue on our way. While we're here, let's do some repairs. So our armor's still in good shape.
God be with you. Farewell.
I don't think we have any repairs that are needed here. Well, unless the shield needs it.
glad to see.
Nope. Okay, the tailor.
Good health to you. Good luck to you.
Okay, so we're all good. So let's go to the apothecary and check in with him again.
I've got the book.
Really? You're a fine fellow. Well, show me it then.
Here it is.
Wonderful. Come back in a little while. I need to read through it and find that spell. And here's a reward for your efforts.
Okay, and he's going to need a little bit to read that book. So I'm going to go off script a little bit here, I think. Sorry, I'm looking something up real quick. And I'm going to drop a save before I do this. Actually, you know, I wonder if... I haven't tried this before. Let me just wait an hour, see if this works. I'm not sure if it does or not.
Have you read it already?
Oh, Henry, it's
Yes,
a
it does.
marvelous book. Wonderful, really. I've found what we need, but it won't be easy. The spell must be said over the grave of the person preventing his soul from resting in eternal peace, while burning something from the house he lived in.
Ugh, of course. It couldn't be something easy, could it?
Who said meddling with the dead would be a walk in a rose garden? You'll probably have to ask your widow a few more questions. Once you know everything, get something from his house, and find the grave of the person that's preventing him from resting in peace. Then come see me, and we'll get to banishing that ghost.
Jesus, and I thought the living were troublesome.
Yeah, that's actually kind of funny, because this quest actually draws itself out over and over and over again. Just when you think you've gotten to a point, it's something different. And we still have a bit to go in this one. So it's kind of crazy how long this quest actually is, for just being a side quest in the game. But it does have a satisfactory ending.
I saw the apothecary, and he reckons that ghost of yours is quite a problem.
You think I don't know that? Last night, I didn't get a wink of sleep. I lay in my bed, tossing and turning, just waiting for him to appear.
And did he come?
For a long while, it seemed like nothing would happen. Then, towards the morning, the room grew cold as the grave. My poor heart nearly stopped beating when I heard a voice calling my name. So I fell to my knees and begged the Virgin Mary to protect me. When will this all end? You must work quickly. If this goes on much longer, I'll lose my mind. I know I will.
To get rid of him, we need to cast a spell over the grave of the person who's preventing him resting in peace. I'm not sure who that person is, though. You haven't already picked out a grave site for yourself, have you?
No. Henry, the truth is, I haven't told you the whole story. I'm not the one he's got unfinished business with.
Well, who is it then? I suggest you tell me everything.
Alois had a wife. Her name was Lada, and she was a proper shrew, shrieking at him from sunrise to sunset. He never spent a single pleasant day with her. They must have fought like dogs. One night, Lada took a lantern and burned the whole farmhouse down with Alois inside.
Another reason not to get married, or to treat your wife kindly if you do. So, I should try and find Lada's grave, is that right?
You said yourself you need to find the person preventing his spirit from resting in peace. When Alois died, Lada lost her mind. She spent days running about the woods near Tarnberg, completely witless, until one day they found her body deep in the woods. Her hair was all pulled out, her face scratched up with her own fingernails. They buried her there, where they found her, but I don't know exactly where to look.
I'll ask around. For the spell, I'll need something from the house where the spirit once lived. Where exactly did Alois live?
It's north of here, to the left of the road from Ledechko, but there's not much left of it these days except ash and weeds. The farm was burned to the ground with Alois inside.
Oof, that must have been a terrible death. I don't need to know anything else. I can head off now.
Okay, so we have to find two things here. One of them, let's talk to the shop guard here and ask about the grave.
I hear there's a grave in the woods round here. Do you know how I can find it?
You mean where they buried that madwoman? They say on some nights her ghost wanders the woods. But you'll find the grave when you head up to the woods, and keep some way off to the right from the stream. It's hard enough to see in daylight. If it's dark, you're sure to get lost.
Thanks. I'm sure I'll find it.
If I were you, I wouldn't go looking for it. It's not a good place.
Okay, so now we know where her grave is, and we know where he lived. And both of them are right out here. So the first one is take a left here, and there's the burned out house where Alois used to live.
Everything burned to the ground. So where can I find something that belonged to the dead? I'll take some of these pieces of charred wood. That should do.
Then you can come in here and you can just click open, and there's burnt wood. Okay, now the second one is the B marker, and it's up the hill over here.
Ah, this must be it. May she rest in peace, Lord.
Okay, so now we need to head back to the apothecary. And get him to come with us to cast this spell. And we'll probably have to pass some time down here, because he only wants to do this at night.
I have everything we need.
Excellent. In that case, I'm ready too.
Let's meet after dark at the crossroads beyond Ledechko.
I'll be there.
Okay, so now we need to fast travel back up to Ledechko and meet him at the crossroads up here. So yeah, there's a lot of traveling around in this one.
Powder made of the bones of St. Thomas.
Okay, and these are the crossroads right up here where you need to meet him. And he'll be standing right here. So just after 9 o'clock at nightfall. And here he comes, I think.
Ah, good. You're here. Come with me.
Now, he's going to make his way over there, and you can just follow him.
I could do with a bite to eat.
So play that age-old Kingdom Come Deliverance game of follow the NPC. Or you can just come up here and wait for him. He's going to come up this way, I think. takes all NPCs a while to climb up hills. The game coding to avoid collisions in the physics models and that sort of stuff means they have to slow down a bit. And the steeper the hill, the more they have to slow down.
Start the exorcism so we can go and get some sleep.
Ziana Kanba, Zikia Kanba, Galubara, Namtabara, Ashakbara, Kikimbara, Ziana Kampa, Zikia Kampa, Galubara, Namtabara. What's that?
Go on, that's what matters. Just keep going.
I think that's enough. The ghost must surely be banished by now. Now let's get out of here before something worse appears. Go and see the widow tomorrow to find out if it helped. I'm going home.
Thanks for the help.
Okay, so now we need to wait until the morning to find out if this all worked or not. So let's head back over here. And we'll sleep through the night at the inn in our room at the inn. And I can't remember when she wakes up or when I have to go talk to her.
Pomož si môžeš-li, moja nejmilejší, ja si nemôžem.
See if we can eat out of any of these. I can. I can. Okay, now let's go talk to her.
Yeah.
Of course.
Good morning.
We cast a spell over Lada's grave. It wasn't for the faint of heart.
Mary, Mother of Mercy. And not even that helped.
What? Do you mean to tell me it was all for nothing?
Only the Lord himself can help me now. I'll need the parish priest.
But why didn't you go and see him right at the start?
What would he think of me? Herbalists have always handled ghosts. But now what other choice do I have? Go and ask him what I can do.
Fine. I'll go and see him. But I swear this is the last thing I'm doing for you.
You have my gratitude. Take a few groschen for everything you've done for me so far. Once the ghost is gone, you'll get more.
What am I supposed to do?
Go and see the priest. Tell him about the restless spirit that's haunting me. Take care.
I think the developers realized that at this point you're probably getting pretty tired of dead ends on this quest, and they said, okay, wait a minute, there's going to be a reward at the end of this. Here, we'll give you a little something now. Trying to make you stick with it. We're going to travel up to Ushitz and go see Father Godwin again. And he's in the middle of his sword practice. So again, if he's in the middle of his sword practice, you're not going to be able to talk to him. Okay, he has no talk icon. But what you can do is just run into him, and it'll break him out of his animation. And you can quickly talk to him before his animation starts again.
There's a widow being haunted by a ghost. Can anything be done about that?
A revenant? Tell me more about it.
For the last few nights, her long-dead neighbour has been paying her a visit in her house. She's tried to drive him out, but neither prayer nor spells have any effect. That's why she's turning to you for help, Father.
In the scripture, it's written that the dead shall rise again only on the day of judgment. I suspect it may be something on the widow's own conscience that's haunting her. Do you know anything more about that?
Well, she says it's the ghost of Alois, a farmer whose wife burned him alive in his own cottage.
My. That would make a soul restless, all right. But I believe there must be something else that's keeping the widow from sleeping. A farmer, jealous wife. I'd ask the widow if there's not more to it.
My God, that never occurred to me.
How little you know people. Make the widow tell you everything, you'll see. And to make amends with the deceased as well as the Lord, tell her to erect an atonement cross.
A what?
You ask as if you've fallen from the stars. An atonement cross. You often see them along roads. Reminders of reconciliation and forgiven trespasses. Suggest it to the widow and see how she reacts.
Oh. Thank you for the advice. It was very helpful.
I shall pray for the poor woman, and I'll be grateful in turn for any donation she may decide to make to the church. Good luck to you.
All right. So now we need to find out why she's been withholding information from us this whole time. Alright, let's load up here. The game does this occasionally. It takes a really long time to load, but I don't think I've seen one taking this long. Oh, there it was. Yeah, sometimes the game just does that. I'm not entirely sure why. not very often and it's random, so.
Good afternoon.
I saw the parish priest.
And what did he tell you? Will he come and bless my house with holy water?
No, a better question is, what haven't you been telling me?
I've already told you everything.
And here we need to persuade or intimidate her.
I feel you haven't told me everything. Was there something between you and Alois?
There's no use denying it any longer. I was a widow and his wife Lada. She wasn't the kind of woman who filled her husband's heart with joy. Alois and I grew close.
So, fornication?
If that's what you want to call it. From time to time, we took comfort in each other's arms. Lada found out and began to make a fuss. They fought. You know the rest.
You bear a lot of the responsibility for Alois and Lada's deaths. Now I understand why he haunts you.
I know. I've thought the same thing every single day since he died. Alois left 2 orphans.
I assume his children know nothing about it.
They're already adults. But you're right. They don't know anything. Do you think it would help if I told them everything? That it would bring peace to Alois and he'd stop haunting me?
I think you're on the right path now. Make up for old wrongs. Atone for your sins. Erect a memorial cross.
You're right. I'll go and tell them the truth, however much they despise me afterwards. I'll do anything to get a good night's sleep again. Here's some money. Go to the quarry and order a cross be made.
I'll do that.
Thank you 100 times over. Good luck then.
One last thing to do for her. So if we look at the journal here, we need to head up to the Talmberg Quarry. Okay, we're going to turn around and go out this way. Make our way down to the quarry.
My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
I need to erect an atonement cross. How much does one cost?
10 groschen. We already have one such cross ready, so if you pay now, we can have it sent wherever you want immediately.
Here you are.
See you later.
What do you think? Will he come again?
I'm sure we've seen the last of him. Oh, feels so light I could float away at peace with the world.
That's a peace I have yet to find. As you've seen for yourself, shaking off the past isn't easy.
Here's a ring my husband left me. I don't even know where he got it, but it might be worth something. Take it, with my gratitude.
I'm glad I was able to help.
Thank you, and God be with you.
And with you. I hope you'll finally have peaceful dreams.
I could do with a bite to eat.
And that is going to finally end the Restless Spirit quest. Okay, so it was a bit of a slog to get here. But like I say, it does have a satisfactory ending at the end of it. So now we've got a couple of different options on what we want to do. And I'm going to head back, I think, to the Inn at the Glade here. Talk to Andrew and see if he has another dialogue option here. Matthew and Fritz are all dressed up and ready to go. We're going to postpone that for a little bit, though. Is there something in particular I'm looking for? I don't know if he has it yet.
Would you know of any way I could earn a bit of coin around here?
As it happens, I was just going to tell you about a job.
So, tell me.
Now and again, the fisherman from Talmberg comes around here with some game to sell. There's more and more poaching going on there, and they're always looking for new people, if you're interested.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Then find a fellow in Talmberg who goes by the name of Black Lukesh. I think he lives on the hill above the castle. Tell him I sent you.
Thanks.
Okay, and that's going to start sheep in wolf's clothing.
How's trade? Any trouble around these parts?
Nothing we can't handle.
Okay. Now, as part of Hare hunt, here, we need to ask some of the patrons here.
I'm glad to see you.
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
Don't ask me. Talk to the blacksmith's Betty. She's the one who claims she saw them feasting in the woods.
I see. Thanks. I'll go and ask.
Okay. So now we can go to Talmberg and ask, but let's stick around and ask some more people here.
God almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
What about them?
Well, I wondered if you've got any idea who might be doing it.
Tom of the Baths was mouthing off in the tavern, that's all I know.
Okay, so there's Thomas.
To good neighbors. How's it going?
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
I don't know anything about it. But if I were you, I'd speak to Martha, the innkeeper's wife. She knows all the goings-on around here. You can find her at the tavern.
Take care.
Okay, so let's go ask around a couple more people.
God save you.
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
I don't have time for gossip. If that's what you're after, go and speak to Elena. You'll find her in the fisherman's hut by the pond.
Take care.
God almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
I don't know anything about that, but if it's gossip you're after, go and speak to Brother, the tanner. He always spins a good yarn. You'll find him at the end of the village, the last house on the way to the court. Good luck then.
Okay, so let's see our list here. So we've got Marta, Elena, Brada, Thomas, Betty, and I think there's one more.
God be with you.
Nope, doesn't look like there is.
As you wish.
Okay, so that must be it. So, and we did talk to Andrew there to start the Sheep and Wolf's Clothing quest. These two, like I said, run hand in hand. But you don't... the order in which you progress from this point will kind of lock you in one way or another. So what we're going to do is we're going to go follow all of these things, which is all of these people are up at Talmberg. Okay, so let's head back down here to the town. Okay, and we know that Thomas, here in the baths, or that Brada, is probably going to be talking about Thomas. So Thomas is wandering in. So let's go listen to Brada down here.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
You can do that.
Jesus! Hey! Come now.
Hey, what are you staring at?
There's Brada.
I'm glad to see you.
I heard you have poacher trouble.
Certainly do. They're running wild around here, and they kill a lot more than they take. Many a time I've seen a carcass just thrown in a ditch.
Why would someone just toss their catch in the woods? It doesn't make sense.
Well, the wagging tongues say they're just doing it to spite the huntsman.
Do you have any idea who the poachers could be?
If I knew, the bastards would be strung up by now.
Don't tell me you've heard nothing at all.
Well, I did hear that Thomas, that fella who works at the bathhouse, was mouthing off recently, saying he'd go and bag himself some game and lay on a right feast for the village girls.
I see. Has anyone seen those poachers with their own eyes?
No, just the dead game they leave behind. But Blacksmith Betty saw some goings-on in the woods.
Goings-on? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, that's what she said, and I ain't one to pry.
Why would anyone want to take revenge on the huntsman?
He's not the best-liked man in the village. We all know that. And then there are those who say Hare is back.
Who's Hare?
You're not from around here, are you? The Hare's quite the Talmberg legend. He used to be master huntsman here once, but then he ran off.
Why did he run?
It just so happens I know the answer to that. Some big important nobleman came to Talmberg around then, and they made a grand occasion of it. And in the midst of it all, Hare had a falling out with some man-at-arms and knocked him in the moat. The poor bugger broke his neck. They picked the Hare up, but before they could take him before the court, he vanished.
Why take revenge on Master Huntsman Nicholas?
Because of Nicholas's wife, Margaret. Hare had his eye on her back then, but she didn't care for him, and he was fuming. Well, and after he disappeared, Nicholas got his post.
So now we're going to find out if Margaret knows anything.
Where did he run to?
No one really knows. They say he's hiding in secret tunnels beneath the castle, but that's all fairy tales. It's been years. As I see it, he's underground all right, 6 feet down and cold.
I want to ask about something else. Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Hey, we're not going to inquire about the job yet.
Not at all. I've been here several times.
Okay, so let's head back out here and we'll look at who we're going to go talk to next. So I think we're going to go talk to Marta down here at the inn. We'll head here, we'll head down to the next bridge here. Where is she at? There she is.
Good God. What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
I heard you've got a poaching problem in the woods around here.
In the woods and out of them. Not long back, the bastards hung a deer's head on the huntsman's house.
That's pretty brazen of them.
Certainly is. Word around the village is that someone wants to shame him till he squirms.
Putting a deer's head on the huntsman's house sounds pretty risky. Why would anyone do that?
Maybe they want to show that Huntsman Nicholas is no match for them. And they're not wrong. He isn't the man he should be.
Do you think it was someone local?
I really don't know. All sorts of things get said. Hannikin Hare's back, if you listen to some, and others are going on about Tom of the Baths. They swear blind he's got his fingers in it.
And what about you?
It could be anyone. There's more than one that has it in for Nicholas. And who knows what the neighbors get up to by night.
What's so suspicious about this Thomas?
Just that he was drunk and blabbering about how he was going to bring back venison from the woods.
Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
He used to be Master Huntsman here a while back. But then Nicholas got him accused of a murder, and the Hare had to flee. It cost him the huntsman's rank and Margaret, too.
What happened between Hare and Nicholas, anyway?
Those two didn't get on from the start. And then that business with Margaret really set them at each other's throats. But it all came to a head about 15 years back, when Sir Henry of Lipa came to visit.
Sir Hanish's father?
Just so. There was a banquet at the castle in his honor, and in the morning they found one of Sir Henry's men-at-arms in the ditch with his neck broken. Well, Nicholas made sure the blame fell on Hannikin Hare.
And what happened to Hare?
That's just it. No one rightly knows. They put him in the dungeon, but when Sir Henry's men came for him the next morning, he was gone. No one knows what became of him.
So how did Nicholas put the blame on Hare?
Nicholas always had a viper's tongue, and events made it easy for him. That evening there'd been a right falling out between Hare and the guardsmen. Blows were struck. Well, Sir Divish didn't want any ill will with Sir Henry, so he tried to settle things as quick as he could, and Hare got the short straw.
What was going on with Margaret?
Her father promised her to Hannikin, because they seemed a good match. But Nicholas couldn't stomach that, so he did what he did.
I want to ask about something else. Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
He used to be Master Huntsman here a while back, but then Nicholas got him accused of a murder, and the Hare had to flee. It cost him the huntsman's rank and Margaret, too.
I want to ask about something else. So why do people think Tom of the Baths is involved?
Ah, that's just nonsense. He was bragging in the tavern that he'd put on a venison feast for the village girls. Deer for the deers.
Did he?
I doubt it. He's all mouth and no trousers. But if you want to know more, ask my husband, the innkeeper. I wasn't here that evening.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Good luck.
Okay, so she mentioned that we should talk to her husband, the innkeeper.
My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
What do you think about all the poaching lately?
What should I be thinking? If they ever catch them, Sir Divish will have them skinned alive. But for that to happen, our master huntsman would have to be made of sterner stuff.
Folk were talking about Hannikin Hare.
Oh, good Lord. People do like to prattle on. Don't you go believing a word they say. It's the back of beyond here, and they'll tell any tale to spice things up a bit.
Do you think Nicholas isn't doing enough?
A master huntsman who lets poachers run wild through his woods? He's useless. He couldn't even stop them hanging a stag's head on his own house.
Right. Thank you, innkeeper. I'll be going. I've heard Tom of the Baths was mouthing off in here.
So he did. He and Jack Piper were bragging about how they'd make a feast for the village lasses, that there'd be venison roast and enough beer to fill a river. And a few days later, they did come and buy a few kegs of beer from me.
Did they have anything else to say?
Not really. I told him to shut up, or someone would hear him and there'd be trouble.
And what did he say to that?
Nothing. He had more booze in him than the castle cellar. He just hiccuped and slid under the table. Piper took him off after that, thank God.
Do you suppose he meant it?
Hardly. He's nothing but a braggart.
All right, I'd best ask him myself.
Well, feel free to ask, but don't believe half what he says.
And who is this Jake Piper?
Well, he's Tom's best mate. A decent fellow. They call him the Piper because everywhere he goes, he's whistling on that pipe of his.
Where can I find him?
Well, most likely in the quarry. He lends a hand there to make ends meet.
Okay, so that's going to open up an objective to talk to Jake Piper.
Thank you, innkeeper. I'll be going.
So now we're starting to whittle this down, but then also add new ones as we go in. So of the original one, let's go listen to Olena's gossip, which I believe is out here. Yep. We go out here, we're going to take a left. Cross this bridge. I believe she's down here. I think that might be her.
Good God. What happened to
I
your
get
clothes?
it. My clothes are dirty.
If you were robbed, you should report it.
I heard there are poachers in the woods round here.
If only if it was just poachers. It's that sorcerer Hare. He's the one who's been running amok. I said he'd be back, and I said he'd be vengeful, and I was right both times.
Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
Ah, that was all years ago. He turned up here one day. No one rightly knew where from. He claimed up at the castle to be a nobleman's son, and so he got the office of Master Huntsman, and Margaret was promised him for his wife. Nobody could have known he was a sorcerer.
And how did his sorcery reveal itself?
Well, he was able to vanish into thin air in the forest right in front of folk. And I've heard it said he spoke to animals, too. though I don't know the truth of it.
That doesn't sound very convincing to me.
That's because you've not seen his marksmanship. It wasn't natural, the things he could do with that bow of his. They say he sold his soul for the gift of it.
I see. How did it go with Margaret?
I'm not one to gossip, but she was a flighty lass in her younger years. She could never make up her mind which one she wanted, the Hare or Nicholas, so in the end, fate decided for her.
What do you mean? What happened with Hare?
Oh, that was quite something. And then some on top of it. Sir Henry of Lipo was visiting here at the castle, and Hare snapped his guardsman's neck with his bare hands. Of course, they found him out. But how do you keep a sorcerer under lock and key? You can't. That's your answer. And that Satan spawn slipped the net.
Oh well, it's quite a wild story. Any idea why he murdered the man?
No one knows, and most likely never will. But they say he was fully in the devil's power. There was a full moon, you see.
Was he actually seen killing the guardsman?
I suppose so. Else they'd hardly know who did it, would they?
That's probably true. There is one other thing I want to ask. Has anyone actually seen this Hannekin Hare? He seems to exist only as a bogeyman to frighten naughty children.
Oh, he exists all right. But he flits around in the forest like a shadow. They won't be catching him any time soon. But Blacksmith's Betty heard some of their goings-on in the woods.
Goings-on? What's that supposed to mean?
Cavorting and raising hell. Sorcery! Hare meets up with his sorcerer's apprentices, and they feast in the clearing in the woods. In the morning, they turn into ravens and scatter. Or so she says. But you'll have to ask Betty for more. Who knows what she saw? Or what she was doing there with them?
Very well. I'll ask. Who does Hare want revenge on?
Master Huntsman Nicholas, of course. When the Hare disappeared, Nicholas took his Margaret and the huntsman's posting.
So Nicholas came out of it well?
That one always knew how to land on his feet.
Thanks. I think I know all I need.
Good luck, then.
Okay, so things are starting to narrow down a little bit, but we do need to go talk to Blacksmith's Betty. And she's right down here. This is Margaret. We'll come talk to her here in a second. Okay, fine. Can't get over that fence.
Hey!
She's in here, isn't she? Yes.
Are you looking for me?
No, I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for your wife, who I believe is in here.
Good God. What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
I've got a few questions about these poachers.
So ask.
I heard you saw something fishy in the forest.
That's right, I did.
Can you describe what you saw?
It was after dark, I remember that. I went up past the castle along by the clearing, and I saw someone had lit a fire, and there were figures singing and dancing, and I could hear the whistling of a pipe. And I could smell roast meat. It was like a feast of some sort. Only I thought maybe it was some witch's Sabbath, so I was afraid to stay too long in case they saw me.
Did you recognize anyone there? Someone from the village, maybe?
No. Like I said, it was dark. All I could see was shadowy figures moving around.
Did you hear any familiar voices?
No. But I heard girls' laughter, goblets clinking, a piper playing. It sounded just like any feast.
Where is the clearing?
A short walk north of the castle. There's a track past the woodcutter's camp that takes you there.
Thanks.
What do you make of this poaching that's been going on?
It's clear as day. Hannikin Hare's back. And putting those antlers on Nicholas's house? Well, we all know what that means, don't we? It's the sign of a cuckold, you mark my words.
You mean to say his wife's cheating on him?
All I'm saying is she might be feeling the urge. It happens in the best of families.
Well, you're the first who's certain of Hare's return. So far, I've just heard vague rumours.
Well, now, I wouldn't say I'm completely sure. I suppose some other mischief maker could have done it, but better the devil you know. And everyone hereabouts knows Hare.
Okay, so now we have a conversation, couple of options here. We're going to take the speech option.
You were singing a different song not long ago.
So? Why do you want to know so much, anyway?
It's nothing to you, but I'm helping Nicholas unmask that local poaching gang.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you know. And you also know not to keep anything from me. So, what's the story with that Hare?
All right, I'll tell you what I know. But promise not to tell Nicholas I said it.
I'll do what I can, but I need to let him know what I discover. So, out with it.
It's to do with Margaret, his wife. They say it's all because of her.
Keep going.
I know full well Hare's here, because Margaret admitted as much.
What did she tell you?
That he waited in the woods till she came by and they exchanged some words. Words was all she told me. Who knows what they actually got up to?
And what did they speak about?
I don't know, but if Nicholas knew they'd met, he'd most likely kill her.
You're sure she wasn't saying it in jest?
Oh no, Margaret wouldn't joke about something like that.
Who's this Hannikin Hare, anyway?
Hannikin Hare? There was a time he was master huntsman here, and Margaret was set to be his wife. But then he got himself accused of murder, and fled before they could hang him. Margaret and his job both ended up going to Nicholas.
So what's the story between Hare and Margaret?
It was complicated. He wanted her, and she wanted him too, I reckon. At least for a while. But then she hitched up with Nicholas, and now she says she never had a thought of wedding Hannikin Hare.
So what went on between Hare and the huntsman?
Those two? There was no love lost between them from the moment Hare arrived. And then Margaret got involved. It was a messy business.
Do you think Hare really killed that man?
Who knows the truth of it now? I did find it all a bit odd. Hare never was much of a hothead. But then again, no one really knew him that well. And Margaret never wanted to speak of it. Wouldn't hear a word about it.
That's all I need. Thanks.
Good luck, then.
So, yeah, complicated here, to say the least. There is a web of deceit and complicity involved in this place. All it comes down to a love triangle, basically, is what it sounds like. So, now we have an option to find out what happened to Thomas. So this is right over here. Sorry, went the wrong way. There it is.
God almighty. Has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
I'm here to find out about the poachers gang, and I need to ask a few questions.
Well, ask away. I don't have all day.
I heard you were yelling in the tavern that you were off to hunt some venison.
Look here. I don't know who you are, but you should watch your mouth.
I will, don't you worry. So what happened then?
What? Nothing. It was just the beer talking.
I got pissed and started spouting shit. Didn't mean a word of it.
Maybe not. That remains to be seen. Blacksmith Betty saw people feasting in the woods, and she says there was a nice smell of venison. What do you know about it?
Nothing. I wasn't there.
And I don't suppose you'll tell me who was?
No, because I wasn't there.
That'll do me. I hear there's been trouble with poachers recently.
I don't have time to talk to strangers. Good day to you. Good luck to you.
Okay, so not a whole lot from Tom. So we're gonna go talk to Jake Piper here. And I think he's down here.
What's that?
Hey, you there. God save you.
I need to ask you something about the poachers.
What? Me? Why me, for Christ's sake?
Some folk had themselves a feast in the woods recently, and the people who passed by told me they heard a piper playing. You weren't by any chance there, were you?
I was. I don't deny it. But nothing disreputable went on there.
Okay, so let's use the conversation, the speech option here.
If you're innocent, lying won't help you.
I don't know what you want from me. Nothing wrong went on in that clearing, and I certainly don't go poaching in the woods.
But you do know something about it, and you're keeping it from me. Covering up for a friend, is that it? Very well. Loyalty is a fine thing, but once they discover who did it, then it'll be too late. You'll be right in over your head, with him.
But I haven't done anything.
Then you have nothing to fear if you tell me what happened.
All right.
What's that?
Yes. There was venison being eaten, but I didn't bring it. Thomas brought that there.
So all that bragging when he was drunk was more than just hot air?
I don't know where the deer came from. After what happened in the tavern, Tom took me to the forest to this hide there. But I was too worried someone would catch us, and I took off.
Yeah. You did yourself a favour. Thomas isn't going to get away with this.
Good luck, then.
Okay, now there is... And let's go...
Do you want...
get cleaned up. So there's...
Mother of God!
What in the...
I think here...
What are you staring at? The baths of a pagan guests, not idlers with nothing better.
Okay, there's some trophies here. And also the joy of gutting. Volume 3 that we can take.
Hang around here gaping like a stuffed squirrel all day and night. You can't pay...
Okay, and now we can go back and talk to Tom, because Tom was obviously not being truthful with us. And his buddy has kind of ratted him out. So take a right, and he's just down here. Yep, there he is.
I'm here to find out about the poachers gang, and I need to ask a few questions.
Well, ask away. I don't have all day.
Okay, so if you don't talk to Jake, and you find the deer trophies, you'll have this. If you talk to Jake, you'll have these two. So it's just alternate ways to get to the same location.
Jake Piper reckons you were at that feast.
I wasn't.
So you're calling Jake a liar?
I don't give a toss about Jake or whatever's buzzing around that empty head of his. He probably got so drunk he had visions of me there.
Look, I can see you're not a poacher. You look like you couldn't hit a barn door.
That's what you think.
Are you trying to tell me you're a marksman? Are you an idiot or just too vain to think straight?
I don't see what you're getting at.
Look, I can tell you're not the poacher, but this constant lying isn't helping your case. In the end, if they don't find anyone, they'll come after you. They'll know it's not really you, but so what? There'll be no one better to blame, and someone has to swing for it.
All right. But promise me you won't drag me into anything.
Speak up and who knows? I might put in a word for you.
All right. The truth is I did drag a deer carcass there, but I didn't do the shooting. I was given it.
That's a likely story.
Honestly, not a word of a lie. I caught the poacher just as he was skinning it.
And who might that be?
I don't know.
If you don't tell me who it was, I've no reason to believe that story of yours.
Fine. Fine. He's one of the charcoal men. I've seen him taking the charcoal to the forge. His name is Radan.
There are plenty of charcoal burners around here.
He came from the charcoal piles south of here. If you follow the creek upstream, you can't miss them.
Well, you better pray I find him, because if you've been lying to me, I'll go straight to the castle. Understood?
I'm telling the truth, I swear. I'm sure you'll find him there.
We'll see.
God be with you.
Okay, so now he's finally fessed up. And we should be to the point where we can go explore this clearing up here, or we can question Radan. And I'm going to go down here. I'm going to head out south out of this.
Yeah.
Let's get around the outside of this. Get to the road. See if I can do this before it's completely and totally dark. I think I needed to be on the left one there. I do.
Yeah.
And this should snake back down to the river and cross it and get me to the charcoal burners camp.
Yeah.
There's crossing the river. And here's the camp. So here's Radan.
No.
So, yeah. Got a little bit too late. So let's head back to... We can head to the inn at the Glade here. Sleep through the night. And let's just sit. I did pick up The Joy of Gutting here, so let's read it. Okay, good. So now let's head to sleep, and we'll wake up a little bit early, but not too bad. Head back to the charcoal kilns. And we're pointedly avoiding the two people that we know about who are deeply involved, and that's the huntsman and Margaret, his wife. We're going to finish up a few things kind of on the periphery around them, and then we'll go talk to them. Okay, so we'll drop the book off. Where am I in my nourishment? Okay, so I do need some. I don't know if this is available yet. It is. Good. Now this conversation is actually pretty funny. And we should have time to do it here. I'm going to head north out of here. That's not the direction I need to go.
Yeah.
It's here. Okay, and I'll almost always miss that.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
A fellow from Talmberg claims he saw you poaching. What do you have to say about that? Can you hear me? Don't you have anything to say to me about that?
I'm not a poacher.
That's not what I've heard.
But I'm not a poacher, though.
Did your friends tell you the penalty for poaching?
No.
No? Of course not. Because if you knew, you'd never have been foolish enough to get involved.
I'm no poacher.
No, of course not. You're the Pope in disguise.
What?
Oh, never mind. But just so you know, the local custom is to string poachers up.
I don't want to hang.
No? Then you better make sure they won't hang you.
How?
For a start, by telling me where I can find your merry band of poachers. Because maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I don't think you're the leader.
No, I'm not.
So, out with it.
They only take me along from time to time.
All right. But you know where I can find them, don't you?
Aye.
And where is that?
The clearing.
They meet in a clearing?
They camp there.
And where is the clearing?
A short walk from here.
Oh, Lord. A short walk where? Do you know how many clearings there are in these woods?
No. Sorry. I don't know.
Oh, my God. Where is the clearing they camp in? How do I get there?
Along the trail. From the huntsman's lodge. Go into the wood by the big broken tree. Eastward.
Very well. I hope I can find it.
Good luck, then.
That conversation cracks me up every time I hear it. So now we are kind of down to it here. We need to talk to Margaret and the huntsman, and then we're going to end up at the clearing. So we're going to head back to the huntsman's lodge. So I need to take a left here and then stay to the right.
Yeah.
Nope, missed it. Should have taken the left back there. As I say, I thought I missed that turn. Because I come hunting here quite a bit. Here's the turn I should have made. And this takes you to the back of the huntsman's hut here. And we're going to get to talk to both Margaret and the huntsman here, but we are not going to do that until next week. We're going to see a really interesting end to all of this and how these two quests, Sheep in Wolf's Clothing and Hare Hunt, how they tie together and the outcome of that. So it's going to be an interesting conclusion to this. And then after that, next week, we're going to start getting back into a couple other related quests here that go along with this, but then also get into Matthew and Fritz again, because they're all dressed up and ready to go somewhere, and we need to find out what that is. So, as always, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate all the interactions with all of you in chat, and I really appreciate all the support that all of you give. My channel members and subscribers, thank you very much for all of that, because as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying until next time, fare thee well.